Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everybody all around the world, and thank you for joining us today for another Left 4 Dead 2 competitive shoutcast. My name is MK. I will be your caster and cameraman for today, and we are about to go live with my co-caster, Ninal. Why don't you take this away right away when they run into it? No
All
hesitation.
right, we got the last match of the first round of playoffs here. Top 8. We got Fear Factory up against Uwin. Fear Factory on the survivor side, headed to that underpass hit. They got a Charger, Smoker, Hunter, and a Boom ready to go for the side of Uwin.
Yeah, and it looks like they have just completely slowed down as our co-caster in Spanish is failing to put his spec cut up. Put the exclamation point in front of it, Mando. Come on, you can figure it out. I believe. And the Noro calls the go-go. The Charger rockets, misses the survivors as he splits them. Hunter finds a target. Boomer finds a target. Smoker finds a scratch, I believe, and that will be attack dealt with. And without hesitation, we're going to have the first tank of the game before you win into the hands of Hikaru. And the roster rundown for Uwin will be Antextral, Noro, and VDK will be his teammates. Why don't you take Fear Factory away here, 9-0 for us?
As for Fear Factory, we got Zeus, Chris, Bravo, and Manzano. Zeus being the new addition to Fear Factory in playoffs. He's registered as Zwopi Wanja, aka Cheater. And the hit is in. Jockey will get cleared up. Just going to be tossing out some rocks. That rock not going to land anyways. And Uwin going to be going for a new SI order. Rochelle taking it pretty aggressively here, MK. What do you think is going on here?
It looks like they might want to transition forward and play up on top of the sewer where the vehicles are stuffed in the sewer. Sometimes we see survivors go on top of that. It looks like maybe that was an idea. Bravo's used to that because that used to be an old play, but it doesn't look like the rest of the team feels content with doing so. They're going to have a Smoker, Charger, and a Jockey. And it looks like this is going to be his commit. He's on the ground. All survivors are holding S. They don't get the early. Oh, he misses the first punch. The Jockey finds a target. He eventually hits his first punch. He gets a double, and now the Charger is lingering about. Another punch. There goes another punch. And the tank is dead without... Wow, the tank got melted there at the end there, Nah.
Yeah, he definitely did. We got the pills popped by Zeus and Bravo, but otherwise running it through 62.5% of the bonus left. As far as pings, we got Bravo connecting from North America and Noro matching his ping, but everyone else really nice green pings here on this German server.
Yes, it is. Tank has been dealt with, like you said, 62.5%, but more importantly so, even though they consumed 2 sets of pills, the DB is protected. They're going to send the Hunter and Smoker in first. The Smoker gets melted. Hunter gets killed second with the Spit following. Boomer gets 3. Stack order was a little jank, so they're not going to have exactly what they want. I don't think they're going to have a Spitter, but I think they will have a Charger, Boom. Actually, I don't even know. I think it might have been a quad. Quad stack.
Yeah,
I don't know. I missed it.
it might have even been the spitter in there. It looked like the death spit was on the hunt target there. I think you're right. I think the spitter did die there in the third, fourth. This is going to be the quad. Jockey, Hunter, Smoker, Charger as they approach the house.
Yeah, it's not going to be real easy to take advantage of it here. They're going to get a separation pull. A triple charge inside. No slams, though. Everything is cleaned up quite nicely, but the damage is done because the DB is broken into. And look how fast those points go down there and all when the DB's open. Starts melting away.
Right. It was looking like the jockey was looking a little bit lost there, but eventually finding a target as well at the tail end of that attack. 1 set of pills left, going to get passed over to Zeus, and he will pop those. 465 bonus remaining for the squad of Fear Factory as they approach likely the last hit. Boom is going to sack. Hunter, Charger, Spitter, ready to go.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to hit on this under... I don't even know what this would be called here, where they go underneath this giant boulder hangover of this mountain. I don't even know what it would be called.
Yeah, right. Me either.
We'll just call it a mountain thingy while the Hunter is pre-spawned up above. Yeah. Calls the survivors to slow down a little bit. This will allow the Smoker to get in position in the back. They're going to go very quickly. Smoker's going to get bold. And he does land the chart. It's a tri-cap coming in. The Smoker's cleaned up. 2 slams, and it's a quick pull. As Chris had to reload, and Fear Factory loses over half of their points there with that set of spawns, Nah.
They just get absolutely drained out. What an immaculate hit out of Uwin there on the final moments of this chapter 1. They get brought down to 230 bonus. Just 20% of the bonus left, and we got the hit. The jockey is ready here. We got a Spitter Hunter and a Boom to help him out. It looks like they will definitely be able to send this hit with Zeus way back there on the back line, crouch walking his way through. Setup's there, MK.
Yes, it is. They're definitely probably going to be an in cap. All they have to do is spit on him. I think the rest of the SI should focus on everything else. That'll be 5% guaranteed from this hit, but they're going to let Ellis get in, and they don't go for it, but now they're going to send it. He closes the door. The Hunter finds a target only. Looks like the jockey gets M2'd. He runs through the spit, taking a little bit more damage, down to $190. Actually, not a bad ending attack, and they get an in cap, and that's going to take another 5% from the DB as well. They won't get another hit unless they can't get this pickup. It's gonna they should get in, but let's see how much that last hit took. And it only took 10 points, not too bad. And they'll walk in with buck 80, 680 points after one map for Fear Factory.
Yeah, I was kind of like, what is going on with Ellis being allowed to walk all the way into the safe room, but they still managed to get it down there, bring them down to just 16% of the bonus. We'll see what Uwin can do on their survivor side.
And now we have swapped, and we are going to have to see what Fear Factory can do with their tank. Now, if we go back to Fear Factory side, they were about 60% bonus when the tank was deceased. They had nobody slow, but by the time they made it to the safe room, they only had 180 points left to spare, now.
Yeah, and well done by Uwin to make that quad work in the house. Like we've been saying, you do typically like to spit there, but they made it work. Beautiful triple charge to facilitate that. Now we're back to the underpass, this time for Uwin. The hit is in, Hunter in first, hopping around, smoke does connect. Charge will get jumped on, but still able to land a couple of smacks.
Yeah, it's actually a decent amount of damage coming out without a spit. So far, I think Fear Factory's Infected is a little bit better, but it's just an opening hit. It's not much, as Zeus gets the first tank of the game for Fear Factory, and he's taken 8 chip, and I think he should just say, this tank is dead. Nothing he can do with that much chip.
Every point does matter.
Yeah, but they're going to retreat to the safe room, probably going to take it in the same area. I don't see much of a other option due to this early tank here and all, so I think he's just going to wait for the spawns he wants. Actually, it looks like they're going to try for a rock here. They send the Hunter and the Charger in. The Charger misses. The rock was so close. They won't get the extra rock, but they will get, I believe, a change of damage. Not even 1%, but they'll get a little bit before they wipe out those spawns. But no, they're going to have a boomer, and it's going to be tough to sack at a time to get a tri-cap.
Right. Yeah, so we'll see what Fear Factory chooses to do. That rock was tantalizingly close, but not quite. He does take a little bit of chip to keep that frustration up. Going to toss another rock. Will, of course, get skeeted. Boom hops through for the sack, MK. And we'll see. He is still 20% first pass. He's traded in a little bit of health. 10 seconds left on Chris to get his new SI. Going to have a Smoker and a Hunter, as well as the Charger. Okay, it does look like he's going to have plenty of time. Zeus able to trade in just a little bit of chip here and there to keep his frustration up. He moves towards the sideline for the hop in onto Uwin. And he is going to go straight for it. Splits them 2-2. Goes for VDK, who's looking the other way, walking towards the tank. He takes a hit, but he gets over the log. Goes for a 180 rock with the Hunter connection. Turns back. I don't know what happened with that charge, but the Smoker Tongue is there, and he will be able to get a couple smacks off of... No, just one.
So the tank has been dealt with, and the pills have been popped when the tank has been dead, and right now it is in slight favor by about 2% for Fear Factory, but they're going to have to capitalize and match the damage output with the Infected the rest of the chapter if they want to keep this tight here and all. Let's see if they can do so. Spawns coming up, 2-2, Jockey and the Hunter. Not the worst setup, but not the best.
Yeah, I do think we'll see home away for sure, and that is a cool... circumstance, but on these low ping games, it has been a tug of war through and through all day today. It's looking to continue to be that with UN versus Fear Factory as they approach this choke point. Like you said, the 2-2 Jockey Hunter ready to go. They all hop through. The jockey connection. Hunter still hopping around, trying to find another one in the spit, trying to follow up in the spit, but not going to be able to find it. Uwin manages to hold on to 600 bonus after that choke point hit.
Yeah, it looks pretty even at this point now. It's going to come up to this house hit. Remember, Fear Factory lost double-digit bonus, even though everything kind of went in one at a time. It did work in their favor when they hit on the way in. Let's see what Fear Factory can do. Their Spawn's cut up. Will be Tricap with Spit, and they're trying to push through the house quickly. Spawn's frantically trying to get ready. Charger looks like he's ready to go. He charges down. He does grab him. It's going to be a charge Spit, but the Smoker pulled him out of the Spit.
Yeah, that spit left a little bit to be desired for me in general. I love the first charge hit straight out the window. Nicely done. We got some chatting by Fear Factory here over what just happened, but Uwin, nonetheless, going to be pressing through with just shy of 500 bonus, and if all goes well for them, this should be the last hit. We'll see how it plays out. They've got no pills left, 3 players ticking down. One of them could certainly go slow and force another hit. But in the meantime, at the mountain thingy, we've got Jockey, Charger, Hunter, and a Boom MK.
Yes, we do. There is no Spit to capitalize. I think Fear Factory might want to go a little bit quicker than later. Just focus on Hikori. Hikori, make him slow, so they're rewarded with one more. I think the longer they wait here, the worse it's going to be. Hunter's now pre-spawn. Jockey looks like he wants to relocate. Charger looks like he wants to relocate. I think this might be the last hit now. They've waited a little long to send this in. They're about to get at the end. Jockey's peeking down. All the survivors are now at the end of the mountain thingy. Whatever we're going to call it. Hunter making noise. He now pounces down the Jockey rockets. Here comes the Charger. Charger not going to get it. Looks like they wanted to possibly go for a death charge, but it wasn't set up. They get their bonus down to 482. Nick is slow, but I think they get in this. Oh, it's going to be close now. It's going to be real close. I think they're in, though.
6 seconds left. And an absolute, well, just about as close to a no-hitter at that spot as you can get. They walk away with 478 bonus, and they're going to have a pretty large advantage, just shy of 300 points after Chapter 1.
Yep, it is a pretty good advantage, but when it comes to Detour ahead, we know what all these chapters are worth. Points, points, points. So that can change in a heartbeat, and all of these chapters have a little bit of a challenge towards the end of the map. One has a pretty long map you have to walk through with a pretty difficult choke point. We have to climb up the ladder at the end. Map 3, of course, speaks for itself. I mean, probably one of the more difficult ones. And then on to Chapter 4, but we're going to see a tank at 56%. I wonder now. I think they're going to have to run this all the way back to the safe room.
I think that's what they plan to do. We got a Spitter, Boomer, Hunter, Jockey right out the safe room for Fear Factory. Uwin going to be walking it out of this gas station. Fear Factory, patience, but the spawns are in. Hunter connects into the spit, and he is just going to walk it forward. Jockey briefly on Rochelle's head. All things considered, great survivor side so far by Uwin.
Yeah, not much damage tank, but it looks like the Boomer lands. The Hunter did cleared right away. They got damage with the Jockey as well. Unfortunately, only one of them was not able to get damage because it's a one boom. You usually don't take damage from a one boom, as Ellis just hopped the fence there. That was interesting. I mean, he's like, I ain't going around. I'm just going to go this way. And Spawn's already up here now. Tricap with Spit coming in.
All right, we do typically see this house hit. They're going to have plenty of time to do it with the way the tank is spawned in. Not quite yet, of course. Charger goes in. They're going to go wide. Smoker gets cleared. Everything is dead.
I think some of the survivors decide to go shopping for some ammo. It doesn't look like there's any pills or anything. They got a chip Uzi inside there. Probably everybody's going to grab that one. Actually, probably not, because this is going to be a close quarter tank fight back in the safe room area. And it is about to spawn. They have about 3% left, but spawns are up. Are they going for the full attack? They do have a Boomer, Hunter, Charger, Jockey. There is no reason to push forward with the survivors, so they're running out of opportunity to send it, and they're not going to.
They might want to try to get some disruption here for the car smacks. Maybe try to get an early car. Uwin is going to be running it back at the Hunter, Charger, and a Boom. You hear the Hunter hopping around every which way. Boom just goes for a sack, not really able to find anything, and the pause comes out.
Chris is back as we go live. And let's see what happens when he punches this. Oh, the Charger went. Wait, what? You see that?
Yeah, he had like already spawned in, and they just decided to send it. I think Chris was that Boom that died, so they were going to send that regardless. I think they just wanted to try to help out this car. but not really going to be able to facilitate anything there. And we are just going to see Manzano hit this car over as well as the van. Hunter does eventually get cleaned up. We got a smoker jockey right now. Well, possibly, okay, they are going to send in that smoke.
Yeah, they need to kill that off. I ain't gonna do much in here, and I think Manzano's gonna want the boomer to die as well. He wants that hunter back with the charger, probably. I don't think the pings are high enough to have a boomer be very valuable here, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Because if you're on low ping and you get the boom, they can pretty much just ignore the commons, but the nice M3, 60 M2, and then unload their gun into the tank. So that won't be a thing. But Manzano's going to get the high ground. He's suffered 150 points of his health so far before he commits. He's waiting for Zeus's spawn, and he's going to send it in any second here. Why don't you take Fear Factory's tank away for them? No.
All right, we got a Charger, Hunter, and Jockey, as well as Manzano on the tank. He drops down for the engage, corrals 3 of them into the corner with a triple charge waiting in tow. Gets a triple smack. He's got 2 of them trapped inside the utility closet. Down goes 1, down goes another. Disaster for Uwin. The Hunter is still alive. He connects onto Nicholas, and Rochelle is going to go down. It is the wipe out of Fear Factory MK.
Oh, what a charger for their team. Manzano gets the wipe. Fear Factory saying we might have struggled a little bit in the Swiss, but we're not going to struggle here in the playoffs. We got a person that we wanted. Bravo. Great job by him. Great job by Chris. And Manzano's tank gets the wipe. And now Ewan's going to have to match this now. We'll have to see if they could do so.
Yeah, it's not a situation you see all that much with all 3 survivors taking it back. They surely had to recognize that Fear Factory was sacking for that charge, and they were walking into a pretty risky charge scenario. I guess just a slip of the mind there for a moment with the pressure of that tank running them through. And yeah, that beautiful triple charge straight into the utility closet. Gets a triple smack. Corners 2 of them inside the closet, blocks the doorway. It was as good as done before it started off the back of that charge.
Yeah, hero charger. I'm pretty sure that was a Chris charger. So Chris with the MVP move for his team so far. Now all they have to do is be able to get back into that safe room. They'll be able to retake, or actually take the lead for the first time in this match, because it's only the second chapter and they didn't have it at the beginning. So we'll have to see what happens, but Ewan's got to get some damage out. They do have a Hunter, Jockey, Boomer, and Spitter for the opening attack. Manzano chatting up with his team, and here we go live. Why don't you take this opening attack away when they're ready?
All right, Hunter Jockey with the spit boom. Hunter spawns in the utility closet, hops through, hops back, hops forth. We got the Spitter spawned in, trying to capitalize on a hunt spit scenario. 158.5 HP left on that Hunter is it, though. 80 HP on the Spitter. They've done a great job at chipping them out so far, but chipping is not quite the same as killing. We'll see if that throws them off at all. The Patience, and that Hunter is dead. Spit comes out to block the doorway. Ooh. Jockey's just going to hop through, as well as the Death Spit blocking the door further. They just send it all in, and that's 100% for Fear Factory.
Yep, no damage. Good baiting by coming out by them, getting back to the safe room, shutting down the spawns, keeping those 4 100s across the board for HP, at least for one more special infected attack. Smoker up. Next is the Hunter Charger. The next one's going to be a Jockey, so they're going to be a quad try. Hopefully Fear Factory don't succumb to this before this tank spawn. Let's see if they could do so whenever they decide to send it in here and all. And it looks like they're going to hold it for a little bit.
I'm a reload.
Yeah, want the survivors to get a little bit closer. Teams typically love to hit around this house once the survivors start getting a little bit closer to that White House. Like you said, we are going to have the quad in. We've already got the Hunter spawn in. Charger Jockey overhead on top of the house. Smoker set up behind the truck. Charger leading the way. Smoker gets the initial pull in. It's not getting cleared. It goes into the Jockey, though. Everything getting swept up pretty nicely by Fear Factory, only losing about 3% to a quad. Extremely well done.
Yes, it is. They'll be able to push on. I don't think there's a situation where they get the tank up. It will be risky because there is a lot of commons kind of trickling from behind. Chris seems to be the only one really focusing it right now. There's still a couple. But it looks like they really want to get this tank up before the spawns, and they have to stop. They couldn't do it. Let's see what Uwin decides to do, though. No, I don't know if they're going to hit here or if they're going to try to do what Fear Factory did and try to hold them up to see if that hatchback can get in before they get back to the gas station.
Yeah. Yeah, Uwin definitely needs some fireworks here. It's not super typical that you see the tank wipe there at that spot on Chapter 2. So we'll see what they can do. Hunter running down Rochelle, the silent hunter, trying to run her down. Of course, that is Axe Curl, who is going to be the tank here. So just going for a scratch or two before the tank gets pulled in, and they are going to go for the delay strategy, it looks like.
Yeah, they only have one capper though. They have 2 supports. They kept the spitter. I'm interested to see what exactly they plan to do with that spitter. The boomer's not going to work out. The spit's going to go for a delay, which they've already gotten through. Smoker comes through, and the spit missed also because they went around the other side. So here comes the car hit. And Ellis doesn't even play around. He just jukes it to the side. He goes like, "I'm going to the porch. I'm not taking any chances." So,
right.
All right. It looks like a clean run back. It looks like it's going to be.
Right. And that spit is kind of a 50-50 as far as which route the survivors take, but you can see they're already lining up 3 for the opposite direction, so it's kind of strange to see the spitter go there. I'm not sure if Uwin, I'm certain that they're feeling on the back foot at this point, but it looks like the pressure getting to them a little bit. We'll see if they can mop up with the tank here and get their mental reset, MK.
Yes, we'll have to see what Intextrol can do. He's making his way over. He's going to throw a rock, try to push the survivors back so he can transition behind the hedge. They should chip him up a little bit here. He loses just shy than 100 points, not much, putting the cop car on top of the gas station. That's quite a task to do, but it's up there. Rochelle goes out to chip him a little bit more. They get 150 down. I don't know if it's going to come into play. Let's see. He's going to commit any minute. He has a spawn D1, and he is in the door. He punches the door down, already down to 4.5 KHP. Jumps up, goes for a punch. He does get one on Rochelle. He eats her down the hallway. He gets the corner. Second punch down to 2,200 HP. He gets another punch. No one has shot him at all right now. They focused on the SI. Everybody's reloaded. Spawns come in. Hunter lands. Charger misses. Jockey lands as well after the Hunter is cleared up. Charger getting punches. The Jockey still hitting. The tank doesn't really know what to do, but he's trying not to take, and he dies off.
Oh, okay.
It was a little weird there. I mean, I think he hit him, but it didn't register. I really don't know. I didn't look at the health bonus to see if it counted or not on that survivor.
Yeah.
But they survive, and that's what's needed.
It was very close to being a double incap there with the tank able to corner the last one. It was looking a bit scary there for Fear Factory, but they pulled through, actually starting off the engagement with a double smack, somehow hitting Coach, who was like directly behind him at the same time as hitting someone else forward. They do get that down onto Chris, but that's about it. Yeah, Coach is pretty low as well, but Fear Factory gets to continue through with 775 potential bonus, as well as all of this distance that they can make. Once they start approaching a little bit further, they're just going to be racking up the distance, free points over UN, MK.
Yeah, look at that bonus. It's very, very high, 805 points. Vent coming up is one thing that'll be beneficial for the infected. Looks like they want to probably get a hit before, and it looks like they are going to retreat and just wait for this event, as we will not see an error field today because everything is working properly. So no error field in Detour ahead. We'll miss it. But this is a long hold for Uwin, and they need to make this attack do, I would say, at least 150 to about 200 damage for it to be beneficial for them, or else they're going to go down quite a bit going into map 3 now.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. The bright side for UN is that they do have 2 bleeding survivors. So as long as they hold this infinite event, then they're just going to be continuing to get free damage onto those 2 bleeding survivors. But Hunter Spitter Smoker Charger set up for UN. They are eventually going to send this. It looks like it's going to be sooner rather than later. The charge hopping around the corner, connecting with Rochelle into the spit. Quick clear by Nicholas, and 726 bonus left. They are taking some CIs as well as Ellis tries to push through.
And so they'll be rewarded with about 70 points of damage, still tacking up from the common infected, just as you said. Actually, that was about 30 points from the commons alone.
Yeah.
So that's actually a pretty good amount just from no SI going in. They're going to have to hit quickly here if they want another one. Jockey's going to pre-spawn. Chargers now looking for something to do. Oh, they're trying to hunt down that Boomer. Boomer lands. Charger rockets around. He does land the charge. It's a rolling tri-cap coming in. The damage is being the Boomer proxy. The slams are going out. A Jock around the military tent. And that'll tally down almost 200 bonus off the survivors, and they needed that Uwin there, no, for sure.
Yeah, we've been on low pinks all day today, and it has been a very, very rare occurrence to see all the SIs locking in like that, able to find the rare triple cap. Certainly what Uwin needed, but they've got a little bit work left to do if they don't want this round to be extremely scary points-wise.
Yeah, it looks like they're just trying to send something in here because they'll know they'll get one more opportunity if they do so. And don't think the survivors can make it to the safe from Spitter stay alive. Charger Hunter coming in next attack. I don't know if we're going to have the Hunter with the Charger, but I know it will be a Charger at least. Bonus at 449 now. And Fear Factory looks like they're going to take the lead now, but how much will it be with this last attack coming up before they go through this event on top of the garbage?
Charges in, gonna get the initial connection with Nick. Jockey hunting down Rochelle, not quite able to find it. Smoker will, but Smoker will get cleared quick. Jockey still trying to get in there. He's still trying to get in there. Finally getting cleared up. The bro comes out. And yeah, they do lose a chunk for sure, but 353 with the full 600 distance, and that is going to be the turnaround by Fear Factory.
Okay, Hunter trying to get something. I don't think he'll get there. No, he won't. That's safer made. And we have a lead swap. Favor of Fear Factory by just shy of 300. It'll be 294 to be exact. Or wait a minute. 394 to be exact.
Yeah, keep in mind, Uwin was up about 300 points after Chapter 1. So that was a massive swing, not only putting Fear Factory in the lead, but in the lead by a couple hundred points. Chapter 3, as we've been hyping up, a lot of points on the board here. We'll see if Uwin can bring it back. I think so far, out of our 2 matches today, pretty much every single round has been a lead change. So we'll see if it happens again here with Uwin moving into the lead after Chapter 3, or if Fear Factory will be able to lock it down and reverse the curse.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's check it out. Look at this. Another early tank, 33% of the way through the map. This one is going to be... Oh, let me think. I wonder if they have to navigate off the rooftop. I think they have to at least push into that event. Because that's interesting if they don't. I can't tell you the last time I saw a tank fight inside that area without the garage door open.
Right.
Wait a minute. I think, yeah, the garage door is not open yet. I don't think it opens until the event. Yeah, it hasn't. Just wanted to be sure. Otherwise, why would they have to jump up on the roof and go off? But this opening attack can be a little bit of a challenge, and they have all separators for this. So this could be very dangerous. There is no Hunter.
We have seen teams completely fall apart in this safe room. Potential for the Jockey to isolate a player, bring him all the way down. Jockey on the head. Charger follows up. No. Fear Factory looking poised for success. An early lead here on Chapter 3 as they clear up that dangerous hit. Smoker does drop down for a surprise scratch, but that's going to be it. Less than 4% taken. Fear Factory cruising through.
Yeah, they are, but just so you know, that Smoker actually saved it for his team. That was a triple scratch. He got 12 points of damage from that, so that was actually a little bit of a Smoker sack for better spawns, but you can't do any better than that, I would say. Right. You have a Survivor separated on top. The Hunter looks like he wants to go for it. He doesn't have his SI to help. The Hunter retreats, loses a couple HP. Charger wants to try to be a hero. It looks like he's looking for it, but he's not going to have anything to help, and wisely chooses to hold it to try to guarantee the charge spit coming up. And man, was I off by the percentages by a lot. They were only 22%. Man, I was way off.
Well, you know, it is kind of deceptive. This is quite a long chapter, even with that early percentage on the tank. They do just drop straight down, blow up the building. Not going to have any shenanigans where they fake it out, set it off in game, and, you know, wait it out, etc., etc. They are just going to drop straight in, but the hit coming up in tow. Hunter will get dealt with. Charger goes wide. Smoker cleared pretty quick. Only a percentage here, percentage there. Fear Factory looking quite strong headed into this tank.
Yep, the commons are cleaned up. There might be a one or two few stragglers coming on, but for the most part, they are dealt with. And it looks like they're going to be able to get this tank up and run back, but they're taking it a little cautious. They don't want to rush into anything. And they're going to have to take a hit when they retreat back. Unfortunately for the SI, there is no charger. They will have a chance for a pound spit when they retreat. It looks like they need to soften up the survivors a little bit. Everybody is 4 punches except for Bravo, who is a 98 HP. We'll have to see. Tank up in 2%. And man, they are really taking their time on doing this. Actually, they're at 33. The tank still is. There it is. The tank has spawned. Hunter coming in. Does find a target. No, it does not, actually. It became the tank. Jockey lands. Oh my gosh, no, look at this.
He's in. It gets 3 smacks onto Ellis. Going to be downing Ellis. The spit was perfect to slow it down. Double boom on the back line. Tank is going to go for the car at this point. Misses the first hit onto it. Rochelle! She does eventually get down. Ooh, that was scary there for a moment. 1,700 health left on Noro. Looking like a wipe in response to Fear Factory's wipe on Chapter 2. There it is, locking it down. Uwin responding quite forcefully after a shaky beginning on Chapter 3, MK.
Wow, what a attack on the run back, the separation. That tank spawned right in the alley, Gnaw. He had instant access.
I'm interested to see if Fear Factory does the same thing and how Uwin responds to it, because that spitter looks pretty damning there. Able to trap them in there. Interesting.
Yeah, they were not able to retreat back. Bravo did get out of the car for the first hit, but the second one he was not able to. It's unfortunate for him. Fear Factory do get wiped. The distance on this map alone is 700. So that means if if Uwin will be able to make it to the safe room, they will take the lead by just 100 with no bonus. So could we see a swap again on the point lead? And I'll tell you what, if we're going to see a swap every lead, I know Fear Factory want to continue that trend, because they'll take the lead on the last chapter then with no more chapters to go.
Yeah, unless we do, but yeah, we are going to have right out of the safe room, Uwin has got a tough hit to deal with. Fear Factory dealt with it in stride. No serious catch-ups for them, except for the triple smack on that smoke, like you said. But Jockey, Charger, Spitter, and a Smoker. Nick runs straight out of the safe room, starts clearing commons. He's got 2 underneath the stairwell there. Make it 3 as one climbs up. Okay. CIs have been dealt with. Like you said, high potential for separation. In fact, so much so, we've got, okay, they send it. Charge runs all the way down the fire escape. It gets a smackdown with the spit. Well done by Fear Factory. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage coming out there. That's almost the pill bonus alone gone. Actually, it almost is now. They run through the spit and only 0.2 away. Oh, actually, the pole is going to take it down that threshold and get another 2 more %. And right now, Fear Factory doing phenomenal job with that opening hit with their SI. Not only did they do damage, but they delayed enough time to have another hit. The Boomer gets in, gets a double proxy stumble. There's no charger, though, but it looks like they're going to choose to go in. They get a pull. No hang coming out. Jockey coming up from behind, gets M2'd. Hunter fails the pounce, has to jump back up through the broken window. Eventually gets cleared off, and that's 2 hits in now. And look at the average that they're getting. Not a bad start for the chapter.
It's really not. I mean, Fear Factory had pretty close to perfect execution on the survivor side for the first 33% of the chapter. Uwin letting a good amount more damage through, especially onto BDK, Nick. And they are going to slow it down, clear out the commons, because Fear Factory has got a spitter ready to go. That being said, the spitter is going to be in the hands of Chris, who is the tank, but it shouldn't be an issue really at all. The boom does go for the sack, but Chris should be able to spawn in, slow him down. And we'll see what Uwin does. They got to see the just how damning that spitter was for Fear Factory on their SI side. Now it's their turn at the Survivor. We'll see if they can adapt.
We'll have to see. They're going up the stairs now. They're going to have the spitter in behind the jockey as well. I think this tank might go in immediately, so why don't you take this hit when it goes?
Spitter is down. Uwin trapped in the corner. And they are just going to take the tank here. Okay, they're waiting. Okay. They have not made it over yet. Chris is blocking them out. We've got a standoff here. They do find a little bit of chip onto Chris, but definitely nothing major as Chris queues up another curve rock. And he's just going to keep him trapped here. Got a Charger Jockey Smoker ready to go onto Uwin when they choose to send it. Los on the curve rock. He's going to keep trying it, not getting pressure enough to really worry about it.
I think he's trying to let VDK bleed down below 72, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to get 3 punches in. Oh,
hey,
never mind.
We'll take it.
He's going to eat those
Beautiful
pills now.
Yeah. He's going to throw another.
I mean, why not, right?
At this point, hey, if it works, he sends it in, though. Up the stairs he goes. 4,000 health left. He's going to get an easy corner. Actually, knocks Coach out. Knocks Nick as well. He's hitting him back and forth. The in-cap, or the cap, rather, with the smoke. And they've broken away. They're going to be good, MK.
Yeah, they're not going to suffer an in cap. They'll suffer the damage pretty good. The 2 cap gets on the 2 green survivors that were separated. The tri cap was unsuccessful. Chris did not do a bad job spreading the love with the tank, but unfortunately, with all the survivors together and the cappers landing kind of staggered, it's cleaned up quickly. Bonus at 865, and now Uwin is posed to get some points back, possibly take the lead. We'll have to see when we get there, as Spawn's coming up 2-2. Hunter Smoker as the cappers.
Yeah, such an interesting tank. The hit is in. Hunt Smoke gonna connect into the spit as well. Pretty effective. But yeah, they're gonna have CIs on the back as they try to drop in. They are not gonna go the manhole route, just gonna go through the stairs. And yeah, it was a really interesting take. I look at the tank health and it's 4,000. And I look at it again, it's 500. Meantime, they deal with all the SIs. What a take by Uwin. They drop into the sewers, and they've got more threats up ahead, MK.
Yeah, they do. They do have a spitter as well. They're going quickly. The Hunter gets shut down. The Charger and Jockey kind of rush and just sack themselves. They got caught with their pants down there. SI don't hit together, and that's going to allow Uwin to blitz another 20% of the map, and it looks like they're going to take a commanding lead in the map 4 if this keeps up a little while longer now.
Yeah, there is certainly danger afoot, especially as they have to climb up the ladder here shortly. But looking excellent so far with just shy of 700 bonus, as well as threatening the full 700 distance lock-in, which that alone, as we said, would put them in the lead. So they are going to climb up. They've got a Hunter, Boomer, Charger, Smoker. SI spawned in. Double boom. And we can see Uwin has already passed up Fear Factory points-wise at this point.
Yeah, and that 677's a lot and all if they can keep it all.
Oh, yeah. Another boom, this time on 3 of them. They finally climb out. Smoke pulls through. Hunter connects. Charge as well. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, just barely going to protect Noro from going down there. We've got VDK hanging.
Oh, he's
as
hanging.
well.
What? I just realized it. I was like, what's going on? And then let's see the pickup. Oh, my goodness. The bonus gets more than cut in half, and they needed that for Fear Factory. But they still have 365 bonus, which is still great for them. And they're going to have to try to deplete that with their final set of spawns coming up. But what a manhole cover hit there, now. What a hit coming out from Fear Factory.
Yeah, we see the quads work there. We see a lot of stuff work there. Once again, proving effective. The cheeky boom action. But now, we've got the pièce de resistance. The Jockey Hunter Charger spit right outside the safe room. Can they lock it in, MK, or are all these points going to disappear in front of their eyes?
We'll have to see as they transition inside. A very, very interesting spawn location for the Charger from the rear. I'm interested to see what he's going to be able to do with that. Actually, I want to see it work because I don't think I've ever seen it happen before. And they're going to start pushing to that safe room, and they might rush. Charger comes up. Oh, but he doesn't land. He got caught up on the pole that was sticking out. Oh, that's so unlucky for them, but they will get an in cap, so the bonus goes down a little bit. But I think they're going to walk in with about 300 even here, now a little bit more possibly.
And we've seen the lead be around, 300-ish points back and forth throughout this match. So this is definitely not an unwinnable situation for Fear Factory, but they are in the hole about 462 points.
And I'm also curious to see, I honestly, with all the times that I've casted these matches, I don't even remember what this finale is. If I'm being honest, no, I don't remember.
I'm gonna be
I don't
honest
remember
with
when I seen it
as well. I have casted Detour ahead like 1,300 times in the past 2 or 3 weeks, and I have never seen it out of those matches. So the teams so far, I would like to see the finale come out, but we have not seen it thus far. We'll see what happens in this chapter 4. Maybe teams may want to go for it. The case has been not though, MK.
Yes, I do agree. And since these are two European teams, it's highly unlikely that we'll see it, unless it's like a tie game, maybe. But I really doubt it. Over the years of Left 4 Dead, depending on where you were at in the world, probably North America was the only area where finales were pretty popular or played. Everywhere else, it's pretty much frowned upon. But in this tournament, it is a requirement to play Chapter 5, so that is the way that it is. So we should look at it as we're going to see Chapter 5, because it's in the rules. But right now we're going to have a Spitter Jockey, Hunter, and the Charger for the opening set of spawns. And
that is potentially a very decisive safe room hit.
And they get up on top of the rafters there by jumping onto the garbage can, up on top of the door, and now they take all the spawns. They're bringing the Charger from the safe room. They bring him down. He gets the charge, but he can't get him over into the spit. He gets brick-walled. That's unfortunate for that Charger that it didn't go all the way, but not a bad amount of damage considering that Spitter did not land on the Charger. Almost 8% plus.
Yeah, definitely not a bad percent. But things can definitely go sideways. We'll see what Fear Factory is able to do, but that's in a long way from right now. We've got this one-way drop down here for Uwin. 2-2 Smoker Hunter in the hands of Fear Factory. They are clearing out the commons before they go for it. Ellis goes ahead and drops down, gets smoked immediately. Hunter lands on the same target. The Spitter is climbing up at his leisure. And not going to be able to land that in time, MK.
And he stays alive somehow. I don't know how, but
okay.
So is the Boomer. The Boomer's alive. Oh, what a rocket! He gets the 2. I don't think it's going to do anything, though, but a 2-boom lands. Most of the combat will trickle in from behind, allows the survivors to push forward to get this event started. Oh, this is going to be close. I don't know if they have to fight tank first or take the event first. But taking the event first would be very beneficial for the special infected and also make it a little bit of a challenge. If Fear Factory wants to mount a comeback, having to take extra spawns before they have to take this event. Yeah. And they're going to have to. They have to trigger the event.
A lot of damage once again in the hands of Fear Factory. We'll see where they want to launch it. Likely at that transition onto the kind of train bridge area. Coach goes for the climb as well as Ellis. They split 2-2. The survivors do. Jockey's ready to go. They send all 3 in-cappers. They do land the spoo as well as the charge. Nice damage by Fear Factory. Coach stands up in the spit as well, and he triggers the event.
Oh, he wanted the death charge so much, but he just didn't have the angle to get it over there. They tried. They get good damage. 80% bonus remains on their person. They will take probably 2 or 3 sets of spawns before they go get this tank up because they don't want to have any common infected impeding them when they take this tank back.
Yep. Okay, we are going to have the jockey hopping in. Is going to connect onto Nick as well as the smoke on the front line.
Not bad, Chip. A little bit. About 3% comes off the survivors. I would take that in that area. It's really hard to get much of anything.
Definitely.
1,204 bonus remains as they surround this Humvee. It looks right now like all the spawns are blocked with where Nick is standing, so there's nothing behind the cones, nothing in between the cones. The tree on the right might be the only spawn, but Nick has decided to go over there and take it. So now it's going to be a little challenge for Fear Factory. Get all the spawns in. Hunter's going to pre-spawn. Looks like he wants to help with this Charger. Charger making his way in. The Hunter will land. The Spit kind of blew it there. No patience whatsoever. And it's going to turn out to be minimal damage now. It could have been a pound Spit and all.
Definitely could have been. Uwin is going to be approaching back. They've got to run all the way back to bring in the tank. Tank will be in the hands of Bravo, but I do in fact believe they are going to have the quad set up as Uwin slows it down. There it is.
There's actually a lot of commons there. There's about a dozen and a half, 18 there. I don't know if they're going to try to go for it. And there it go. Oh my gosh, they get a tri-cap, but the Charger frees somebody. The damage will be great. That was pretty close, nah. That was close.
That was too close for comfort, and also, even with the quad whiffing, there's so much damage out, like you said, with the Charger interrupting the jockey. The jockey is able to hop in for another scratch or two before he goes down. The damage is out onto Uwin. 3 players are slow. Noro, though, still on 100 HP, MK.
Yeah, still sitting fat and girthy at 100, but we will have a tank in the hands of Bravo. As the attack goes in, they get a 2-boom. Bravo's kind of chasing the survivors. They're chipping up a little bit. They're running back. Common Infected are coming in, and he's trying to get to his hittable. He chooses to throw a rock here for some reason. You got to get in there, Bravo. Get to that hatchback. Start getting it into play. Could have had it rain from the sky. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, my goodness.
Wow!
And it's not going to work out. He will be able to get them into play, though. Probably both of those hittables. We'll have to see. And the question is, are they going to keep these spawns or not? No, what do you think? I think they might hold on to this.
Yeah, 100 Jockey Smoker sounds good to me. Gonna have those cars in there. A lot of car shenanigans. Potential to line up here. He is looking like he's going to be able to hit those cars in mostly unimpeded. He's got plenty of time. He is second pass, but he's taking some chip. About 400. Ooh, that car over the fence. Nice lob in. And this tank is engaging. Nick gets hit forward. Car spinning around. Goes for coach now. In the meantime, Hunter with the jockey. Isolation on these 2 survivors. They're going to be going down. VDK and Noro still alive. Going to be hunting down this tank. But the tank does not care too. Oh, the rock as well. He's got to be careful here.
We died.
He's dead. He's dead. The Hunter almost reconnected onto Rochelle as well. Ooh.
What a play. The tank was huge. Bravo for his team causes the separation. They get a death onto Hikaru. And now there's only 3 survivors crawling. They got no pills. It's a distance game for them. And right now they are down. I mean, they have a lead of about 700 plus, I think, if I did my math correct. I'm trying to do it quickly in my head. Yes, it's 700 plus. So that means even if they get the wipe, Fear Factory has to make safe room with bonus. The Smoker gets the pole separation. The Charger lands. Oh, this is going to leave VDK by himself to try to get this clear. The Boomer doesn't get the proxy, and they will get the cleanup. Ooh, that was close. And look at their ammo situation, too. VDK is almost out of ammo.
He sure is. And also, you know, Axe Turl only getting 3% damage on the tank. Hikaru 13%, leaving Noro and VDK to shoot it entirely down, which they do eventually do. Left 3 deading here. VDK, Axe Turl bleeding out. In comes the hunt. A little bit early, but the charge onto VDK. Gonna get quickly clear. The Spit was, and down goes the jockey.
All right, but one thing to note now, the points are going up now. So we got to keep, they were at 25-68, I think it was, when they started or killed the tank. So this is all beneficial from here. Let's see how much they can tally up. They want to get the hit. Bravo calling the go, go, go. They want to get a hit. Bro comes out. And they have a 2-2 with a Hunter Smoker. Not the greatest, no.
But they've only got 3 survivors to deal with. They land the smoke into this, the hunt, but the Spit won't land. Noro is going to continue to get knocked down. He is slow now as well. Only 70 bonus left in the hands of Uwin, but who cares about bonus at this point? They're just going to be trying to lock in as much distance as they can.
All right. Freaking Mazzano.
The chat, yeah.
They push up. Okay, they're coming up to where the train tracks are going to begin. They're on the concrete bags right now. Boomer finds a spawn, gets sacked. Question is, are they going to send it with this 3 or not? Looks like they want to. The jockey is up. Charger looking. Hunter coming from behind. They're going to full send. They get an in cap, and it's going to be a wipe unless they get the clear, and they do. Can the jockey clear it up? No, he can't. And they're going to continue their crawl.
Noro, we talked about how he was 100 HP pretty far through there. Has been the crux of his team so far. He's still sitting on 20 permanent health as he pushes through, picks up his 2 teammates, and all 3 members of Uwin left continue to press through, continue to lock in distance.
Yes, they got an additional 130 plus points. Still tallying up. Hunter goes back for a despawn. It looks like they're going to try to wait and send it with 4 real quick to see if they can clean it up. They don't want to let him get any more points, but it looks like the tally is going to be about an additional 200 when the tank died, coming up on 2768 shortly. Right now it's about 160. I don't know, nah. Let's see if they can clean up with this quad.
Yeah, it's going to be real tough for Uwin to hold through this quad as they walk up to the warehouse immediately. The Hunter spawns in, keeping them a little bit wary. They are going to be taking the slow route. Actually, Rochelle looking like... Okay, she's going to hop back around. The Survivor's a little bit split right now. The jockey spawns in. They go in off of this nice ski to start it off. Smoke gets cleared. Charger onto VDK. Will connect. And,
oh, what
not
a clear!
Quite.
Oh, he dies, though. That
Coach
clear
will
was
die.
so clutch, doll. What a clear.
Yeah. I mean, Uwin firing on all cylinders here. We still got that smoker alive. Rochelle going to try to get the pickup. Smoke interrupting at the last moment. They can't get the clear. That will be the end of Uwin's run.
Look at his health. 4 HP smoker gets the wipe.
Wow.
All right, so they get an additional 201 points from the time they killed that tank. No. How big is that going to come into play will be the question.
Definitely. We know one thing, Fear Factory needs to survive the tank, certainly. Needs to find a lot more after that. But it's going to start off with their first hurdle straight out of the safe room. With that Hunter Jockey Charger Spitter, Uwin was able to avoid the brunt of the damage. Fear Factory, will they be so lucky, MK?
We'll have to find out. They need 265 bonus to even this thing out, which means they'll need 268 to get the victory, because there can't be a tie when you have increments of 5. When it goes by increments of 4, you can thank the wipes for happening to mess up that possibility. So we'll see what happens. Unless they manage to get into the safe room with 3 survivors and an odd amount of bonus, there is not going to be a tie at the end of this chapter. No possibility. Tank at 41%. Fear Factory needs to walk in again with just shy of 300. Can they do so with the opening attack being a Charger Jockey Hunter Spitter? I don't think Uwin could be any happier with what set of spawns they have.
Right. Right, we saw a bit of an unorthodox hit out of Fear Factory with the Charger and I believe the Jockey spawning inside the safe room after Fear Factory had already left. Now, we don't have the ready-ups in yet, but with the most effective uses of this setup at this chapter on Detour Ahead, right here, it's usually been the SIs hitting right when one player walks out with 2 or 3 other survivors still in the safe room. We'll see if that's the case for Uwin or what they want to do here, MK.
All right, they're going to try to get up here and not let the infected hit on the inside. Coach is going to take the top. I mean, Nick is going to. All the spawns are blocked now, so all the infected will have to back off and hit where the survivors allow it now. Jockey wants to come from behind. Charger wants to strafe jump either through the garage door or the regular door. Probably the garage door, it's a little easier, and they should send at any moment. The safe room is now open. The Jockey's probably going to initiate this. And while they're being very patient, very, very patient, I don't think they can get a strafe jump into the window. It would be impressive if we could see it. I want to see it. I want to see it happen. That's a hell of a strafe if you could get it. Let's see them prove me wrong. Hunter's going in. Oh, he couldn't get it. He tried. Hunter finds a target. The jockey
Yeah.
finds a target too.
Right.
Wow.
This is insane damage.
Look at this.
Oh my god. It drops him over 20%. MK disaster. The Charger not able. I thought he might land onto the awning and then hop through the window or something like that. But no, he just tried to send it right there. And it's not going to work. But the Hunter in the spit as well as the jockey carrying into the safe room are going to do the job just fine, MK.
Wow, 24% gets melted with the opening attack, putting Fear Factory with their back on the wall now. It means they have to ace this tank even more. Bravo is already bleeding. He got separated from his team and was not cleared quickly. Smoker Pole goes out. Hunter's going to try to find a cover. Doesn't find so. Boomer gets a target. Smoker trying to get a scratch. And that will be a better take as nothing comes out onto that hit until that Boomer slaps on Rochelle through the door of that trailer.
Yeah, so, you know, not quite the follow-up that Uwin wanted, but they've already done the job here, taking 25% of the bonus out of the hands of Fear Factory right as they begin their foray into Chapter 4. We're going to have a Hunter, Charger, Jockey, and a Spitter waiting at this choke point, at this transition, where they might even send it before. It looks like the Survivor setting, or the SI setting up pretty aggressively, MK.
Yep, they're going to hit on the way back for sure, trying to block everything that's possible. Chris is in a decent location. Unfortunately, I don't like him hanging off the railing. Looks like the Charger wants to spawn inside there. The Hunter. I don't know if you've seen that, but that Hunter flew all the way out into the ditch and died, and that's another great shutdown from Fear Factory. And suddenly, the fact that they haven't taken damage from those last two hits, it makes the first one don't seem as bad. But still, It puts the average at about 9% per hit, and that's still a lot of damage.
And something else very important that you brought up is the fact that Bravo is bleeding out. He's got a little bit more temp health, and then he's going to be right down there at like sub 40 HP. The hit is in. Hunter gets dealt with. Spit. Chris hops onto the Humvee, able to avoid a lot of the damage again. And after that first hit, bringing them down to 76%, we've seen a number of hits out of Uwin, only able to break into about 2% of the bonus, 3%. Very well done by Fear Factory, bouncing back here.
Actually, they're taking more damage from the commons than from the SI right there.
Right.
Unfortunately, someone got stuck out there. They do have a tri-cap with Boom. Right now, their average is going down as damage per hit. Let's see if they can capitalize. No, they can't. Hunter gets skeeted. Again, it's completely shut down. So that is now 5 attacks dealt with, and that average per hit that goes from 9% down to about 5. And this is a good recovery from Fear Factory, taking that first hit. But Bravo's going to have to chug another set of pills very shortly. He is about to be slow, and there it is, consumed now.
Yeah, Fear Factory is just pushing through, doing quite well for themselves, but the tank is going to be in the hands of VDK. Charger comes in, not going to be able to do it as that was the tank. Smoker pulls on the back line. They've got some separation again. They can't kill that smoke. Finally going to get the smoke clear. Okay, Uwin finally finds a little bit more damage with VDK coming in tow.
All right, VDK is going to push the survivors back. They will retreat a little bit. They're going to go probably all the way back to the same area where the other team went. Like I said, VDK might have a chance for this hatchback. This is going to be the miracle coming. Here it comes, and it's going to fall short. So they're going to make it back safely just for a little while longer. VDK will get his one hatchback into play. And I think they probably sack this Boomer for a Smoker or a Hunter. And even the Charger, maybe, I would say no.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They send it in. Boomer coming out for some fun as well. And manages to land on Chris.
Oh, the common spawn inside that tree. And they're all stuck in a ladder. I don't know if you've seen that. But all right, he's just keeping rage, trying to. He's now second pass. So no longer holding on. He's going to retreat and get the car and get ready to roll in. 61.4%. Remember, the survivors need about 300 bonus. They have 640 points to spare. But they're going to have to go through 50% of the map after this tank is dealt with. And this is it. He is rolling in. This could be the factor. The question is it Fear's Factory factor or not? Hittables are in. One on one side, one on the other. And it doesn't go in the favor. Can he get it on the other side? No, he splits the survivors. They're going to push. And they're going to get a rolling 2-cap. Almost a tri-cap. It does land, but it's not going to be a wipe. It looks like they're going to get one in cap, and they should be able to clean this tank up. Maybe not even that. Nope, Chris actually gets capped. And that is dead tank. So let's see. Let's do a point evaluation. When they get the pickup, all the pills have been consumed, and Zeus is going to be slow now. So not only that, they got to crawl, and they got 314 points to spare, and 70% of the map to go through now. It's going to be tough for Fear Factory to hold on to that.
It is definitely going to be, but the hits have not really been locking in for Uwin. Damage seems to always find a way there at the Chapter 4 tank. Another hit comes out. Charge not able to lock it in. Charge goes back for more. Okay, does get cleaned up there.
And that takes about 30 points from the bonus, so they're down to 586. Remember, we could have Chapter 5 coming up. We really don't know. It's up to the teams if they're going to do so we'll worry about that when it happens. But right now they're coming up onto the train. They're a little upset that Ellis is slow because this is going to cause the infected so much more opportunities for damage. And when you take the next set of spawns away when they take it in, no.
Certainly, we've got a Hunter, Smoker, Jockey, and a Spitter. Jockey goes ahead and spawns in, trying to find a target. Smoke pulls through next. So what is up with the Uwin Hunters, man? They're just sending them right over the guardrails, and Fear Factory says, see ya. The damage still gets locked in. 512 they get brought down to, and, you know, even with the damage at a trickle, so to speak, a trickle is kind of all they need, MK.
Yeah, they're getting enough damage. Oh, the Charger wanted to capitalize on Ellis back there, but Ellis was just a little too fast. They have big separation on Ellis right now. It looks like they're going to regroup. They're going to send it. Charger from the rear is going to get a 2 damage stumble. The pounce will land. Everything's cleaned up quickly. But wow, that still did quite a bit of damage. They were at 500 bonus before that hit went in, down to 472.
And we see
they still have about, what, 35% yet and all? It's going to be tight.
Right, yeah, it's going to be very tight, and one thing that I like out of Uwin is that they are just sending it. They're not really like, okay, we got to wait for this specific choke point like the cement. They just go ahead and send it in. Smoker with the Jockey as well. Spit comes in, not going to land. Charger as well. They continue to tick down to 457 at this point, and Uwin looking like they are going to get a number more hits onto Fear Factory, as Fear Factory has slowed to a crawl.
Yes, it is. I think right now the way to go for the infected is jump on Bravo and jump on Chris. Ignore Manzano and Zeus at all. Pretend they don't exist, in my opinion. But either way, there's 20% left. This could be 2 or 3 more hits. They have 100 points and change to spare. The question is, how close will it get? Hunter, Charger, Boomer, Jockey coming in any moment and all. Let's see what they could do with it.
Got a choke point coming up. Uwin continuing to be aggressive with the spawn-ins. Hunter already spawns in as the and Jockey does as well, with the survivors not even able to get under the warehouse yet. Jockey threatening to hop in from the back line onto Chris or onto Ellis. Charger as well. They both climb up at the same time. Hunter hops in. It's a double cap for the time being. Charger grabs 372 with the triple boom, MK.
Yeah, and Bravo's only at 1 HP. He's going to be very slow, so this is going to give SI more attacks. Bonus down to 370. And I think it is almost over. Remember, they needed 368 to get the win.
Well,
and I don't think it's going to happen. They find the pills. If they pop them, they do pop them. And that will... No, they still don't have any... They still have enough points to win if there's no Chapter 5. And he does have a spawn timer, so they don't have to worry about that. And if they get out in the open, it will be beneficial for them. But Chris is now 1 HP. Oh man, no, this is crazy. It's gonna be so tight.
Yeah. And they've got 3+1 with Boom ready to go. You have the honors of this one, MK.
All right, looks like they're gonna have that Smoker pull in the back. Looks like the Chargers repositioning. They know they just got to get Chris down. And that could be it if we're not seeing Chapter 5 Boomer spawning on the other side of the tent there. There's pretty much no way to stop that Boomer from landing. It's pretty much a free boom. I wonder if the Special Infected will wait for the Boomer to land. The boom goes early, lands onto Chris, who is 1 HP. Chris is going to back up. They're going to try to avoid that. The Boomer now sacks. And they will have time to get another set of spawns as Nick tries to cover Chris there. Make sure the incap doesn't go out. And they do it. Comes the jockey. This is so close. Okay, they're going to put Chris in between. They don't want to let anybody get to him. Right now, the Charger could probably clean it up from the back. Oh, my goodness. They choose to go down that route. Their back's against the wall. Bonus sitting at 368. They have Chris in the middle. They do have a spitter. The spitter could do it alone probably. Here they're going to go. They're going to send it, and everything lands. And that is going to be devastating to the survivors. 2 incaps go out. Almost 3.
Oh, man.
Let's see
all of that effort put forward for Fear Factory, and what a hit it is out of UN.
Now let's see what happens when they get up. Let's look at the bonus. It'll be at 215 maybe? 220. They're going to walk in with that. I don't think they'll be able to get any scratches. And the GGs are out. Fear Factory can call finale. It's not GG yet. Wait. Oh, nope, the GGs are out. They are not going to call it. They get the win, 2,769 to 2,724. Winner is Uwin.